Miami Heat make another move, trade PJ Tucker, who they just acquired in last night's deal in the Jimmy Butler deal, and a second-round pick for Davion Mitchell. So PJ Tucker, this is the third trade he's been in now in this week alone. He went from the Clippers to the Jazz. Then he was in the 14 trade with Butler going to Golden State. He went to the Heat, and now the Heat flip him for Davion Mitchell. So Mitchell, he's been a decent piece off the bench and a good defender over the last couple seasons with the Kings and the Raptors this year. But in terms of fantasy basketball scoring and making an impact for fantasy basketball, he's not going to have value. But as a backup and someone who could come off the bench anywhere from 15 to 25 minutes a game, I think he can help this team behind, obviously, Terry Rozier and Tyler Hero as a backup guard. On the year, 6.3 points a game, 1.9 rebounds, 4.6 assists, at 3 and 43% from the field. So I think it's a good get as a backup, like I said, for this Miami Heat team. They're trying to build some depth, and they're trying to make one more push for the playoffs now after they finally had this Jimmy Butler saga. And now to the Toronto Raptors, we know they're not making the playoffs as Toronto, but they did make a big deal for Brandon Ingram. Now you bring in PJ Tucker, even though at this point he's an expiring contract. That's just moving and getting teams picks at this point is PJ Tucker. And it wouldn't be surprising to me if he's traded one more time before the deadline today or bought out and he signs with any contender he wants to sign with is PJ Tucker. So this season we haven't seen him. He didn't want to play for the Los Angeles Clippers going back to last year, and he hasn't played a game at all, PJ Tucker, so I don't know how much he has left in the tank, but he's been one of the better premier 3-and-D guys for many seasons in the NBA. But now with the latter part of his career, and now teams are using him as an expiring contract to absorb some picks as well, which they did is Toronto getting a second-round pick. We'll see where Tucker lands. Davion Mitchell traded to the Miami Heat for PJ Tucker and a second-round pick, and we'll see if Mitchell could be a good backup for this Heat team and see where Tucker lands for the remainder of the 2025 season.